Alright, hi ladies, my name is Sammy. I'm your instructor for the day. Today I pulled together a little glute and core workout. If anyone has any injuries, feel free to just wave their hand if they need anything. But let's get into it. We can get onto all fours on our mat. I'm going to play some music for us. Get us all warmed up. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to come into all fours in quadricep position and stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. And we're just going to open up our chest, drop down our belly and inhale. And then we're going to exhale, pull our belly up, pull our spine up here. And then we're just going to inhale and exhale. We'll take this really slow just to get all warmed up. Drop down that belly, open up that chest. Press into those hands, draw the belly up. Just do this one more time here. Alright, and then draw it back up to the top here, and then put your spine into neutral. We're just going to move on over to the right side a little bit. Start to warm up those hips. Just move it over to the right. One more time. Take it really slowly as we warm up. And then you can move it on over to your left side. So shake out those hips on the left side here. 2, 1. All right, now we're going to come up into plank position here. And we're just going to shoot our hips backwards and crouch back into a crouching tiger. So crouch on back. And then exhale as you push forward. Breathe in as you push back. Exhale as you shift forward. We're just going to do this a couple of times just to warm up the rest of the body, warm up those lower legs. We're going to be working those glutes today. So catch it back. One more time. All right, and then we're going to come out into plank position, and we're going to walk our hands to the back of the mat here and start walking towards the back of our mat. And we're slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, going to lift on up towards the top of the mat. The last thing you're going to lift is the crown of your neck here. And then you're just going to shoot your hands up here. We're just going to do a slow little warm up. And then put your hands back down. Come on down towards the mat slowly, bend your knees. And we're just going to walk on out a couple of times into inchworms. So walk on out towards the end of your mat, and then come on back. You really want to pull in that core when you're at the bottom there, and then slowly vertebrae by vertebrae come up. Shoot your hands up to the sky, and then come on down. Walk your hands on out, back into plank position, shoulders over wrists, and we're just going to do this 2 more times. So just walk on back to the mat. Really slow warm up before we get into it. Again, vertebrae by vertebrae, warming up that spine, warming up that back. Shoot those hands up, reach up to the sky. And then last time, remember to keep on breathing here. Walk on down towards the end of the mat. We're going to hold out in plank position, so shoulders over wrists. Draw in that belly. Keep those hips stable here. And we're just going to start by dropping the knees here. Dropping them and lifting them. Drop and lift. Drop and lift for 5, 4, make sure to keep that core tight and engaged, 3, 2, 1, we're just going to hold them at the bottom here, we're just going to pulse our knees up and down here, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now keep your knees down, we're just going to open and close them, open and close, we're going to start opening the hips, open, close, open, close, open, close, for 3, 2, 1, and then last little push here, make sure you're keeping those shoulders over your elbows. We're going to drop on down to the right side, and then drop on down to the left side here, just to start working those obliques a bit. Take this as slow as fast as you want. If you need to drop down to the mat too, at all, feel free to do that. And you can just tap down on the mat. If you need to make any adjustments, feel free to do that for 3, 2, 1. All right, and then we're going shoot our hips on back. Come on down into a child's pose. We're going to take a quick little break here. First child's pose of the day. Reach our fingertips to the top of the mat here. Take a couple of deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale. Exhale. We can draw our fingertips on over to the right side here. So reach on over. Stretch on out. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Again, we're going to be working your glutes again later. So it's good to just start stretching out the sides. And then we can walk our fingertips on over to the left side. Here, stretch it out. Take a couple of deep breaths. All right, now we're gonna get into some more core work here. So slowly come back up to our plank position here. And again, stack those shoulders over our wrists. Draw on that core, tuck the belly up. And we're just gonna start with some plank jacks. So we're just gonna open our legs and close them. Open, close, open, close. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now bring your legs back together. We're gonna come into mountain climbers. Feel free to take these as slow or as fast as you want. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're gonna come into some spider climbers here. So we're gonna bring that right knee up to the outer right elbow. And then do the same thing on the left side. And we're just gonna swap from side to side. Drop down if you need to take a break at all. We'll go back into your downward facing dog for 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're gonna incorporate those crouching tigers from the warm up. So shoot your hips back, crouch on back, and then we're gonna shoot it all forward and come down into a push up. If you wanna modify this, you can drop down onto your knees here. So you're gonna shoot your hips back, and then you're gonna bring it forward, bring your chest on forward to put your weight in to the front of your body and lift on up. Keep those elbows tight on the side of your body. As you're doing this, and lift back up. You can do this nice and slow here. Just a couple more. Got 2 more of these. And then on the last one here, we're just gonna hold down and we're just gonna pulse it out. So pulse. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, shoot it all back into that child's pose again. Take a couple of deep breaths. We're gonna take a little break here. Take some deep breaths. Again, we can stretch it on over to the right side. Bring it all forward. And then bring it on over to the left side here. How's everyone doing? Good. Good? Okay, that's our first little core push. Now we're going to get into more of a glute workout here. So everyone, we're going to come up into standing position on our mat. All right. I'm going to pause here. All right, I'm going to pause this for a second, and then we'll do the second part. Okay.